Hi everyone, welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia, and today I want to talk to you about some February plans. So if you're new around here, you won't know that I usually don't do a TBR, but what I do is try to tell you about a pile of possibilities. Most of these are strong possibilities because a couple of them are buddy reads, and then I have a few groups and events that I'd like to take part in. So most of these are probably going to happen, but it's never a definite with me because I'm too much of a mood reader. But let's get into what I am thinking about for February. I have a cup of Earl Grey tea, and it's delicious. All right, so some of the main things that are happening this month are some events. So I am going to be taking part in the We Love Jenny event, and it is being hosted by Tiffany at Beautiful Minutia and Christy at Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in Space for the month of February. And I will leave all the details for their channels and their announcement videos down in the description box. But basically it is reading literature that Jenny either loved or that Jenny probably would have loved or that Jenny had an interest in, and just celebrating her life and how much we miss her. So that is taking place, and then also Febregency, which is Christy Lewis at Dostoevsky in Space, and Tristan at Tristan and the Classics, Emma at The Bookish Princess, and Stephanie at Miss Richards Reads. And all of them are hosting Febregency. All of that information will be down in the description box also. And I'm really looking forward to that one. And then I also take part in the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge that is done through Chantel Reads All Day. And so I will also leave her video talking about that linked in the description box. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the books. One of the books that I am reading this month will actually work for We Love Jenny, and also it will be for a buddy read that I am doing. And that is If on a Winter's Night, a Traveler by Italo Calvino. Jennifer loved all things Italian. I don't know if I ever heard her speak about Italo Calvino, but I am going to be reading this with Sandy from Ms. Reads a Lot, and Priscilla from The Evening Reader, and Gemma from Gemma Books. And the group read just kind of came about out of the blue. Originally, it was just going to be Sandy and I, and then Priscilla was like, hey, if you guys don't mind, I'll read that with you. And then Gemma was like, hey, if you guys don't mind. So the four of us are going to be starting this in February. All right, and then Tiffany's Patreon every month does, well, it used to be every other month, but currently it's every month because we are rereading Lord of the Rings. And so we started off in December with The Hobbit, and then January was Fellowship, and so this month is The Two Towers. Jennifer also loved this series. And so I know that I could count this for those as well. This edition that has a map. Let me unfold it and then I'll show you. So there is my map of the one I'll be reading. And I am reading that, like I said, with Tiffany's Patreon. I'm really looking forward to our discussion about fellowship. I think we're all having just the most special time rereading this series. Then next, I have a buddy read with Becca from Read Becca, and we are going to be reading A Confederacy of Dunces. This is by John Kennedy Toole. I know nothing about this. I know it's a classic. It's on my classics list for 2024. And she had it on her list of books that she would like to read. And so I said, hey, I'm going to be reading that. You want to do it together? So we're going to be doing this in February. I think we're starting on the 1st. Becca, you need to let me know. All right, and then for Victoria's Patreon, Musical Bookworm, she has a book club, and the book club is a reader's choice, and the choice for February was a manga, and the manga that was selected was Attack on Titan, I think, yes. And so tragically, my library has had a catastrophe. The fire sprinkler system malfunctioned and went off, and so it sounds like pretty much everything in the library was ruined. I don't know to what extent, but anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take part in the Patreon for Attack on Titan because my hold that I had placed got canceled because our branch had to shut down. And so I'm checking in to see if I can do like interlibrary loans and have things mailed to me, but I don't know if it's a possibility. So we'll see if I can take part in that one. But if I can, I will. All right, so for the I Love Jennifer readathon or read along, for that event, I will be reading The Villa, and this is by Rachel, I want to say Hawkins, but I don't think that's right. I'm going to put it up, but The Villa is one of Jennifer's favorite books from this past year. It is about Mary Shelley and her mother. I don't know too much else about it. I'm really excited to find out what Jennifer loved about it, though. We will be reading that as a group read for the event. And then I also have I, Claudius, and I think I've heard some not so great things about it, and then I've heard some good things about it. So I am going to try it, and it's by Robert Graves. I'm sorry. I, Claudius by Robert Graves. I'm going to try to give that one a go. I know it's something Jennifer would have read, but I don't know if it's going to be for me. Let's put it that way. All right, and then for the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, the next prompt in the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle track is to read a book under 250 pages. And so for that, I am going to be reading a book called Slow Travel. And this is by Emma Block. And this I thought could also go as a part of the I Love Jennifer read along, because it is all about traveling. So I'm doing this one, but I'm also doing this one. I got this for Christmas, and it is just a little zine. It's by Kortney Garrison, and she is somebody that I've followed on Instagram, and she has a blog also, but it's mainly just poetry. And so I thought that this would be, Jenny loved poetry. This is not an Italian poet. It's not a classical poet, but I did think that poetry would fit in with something that she loved. And excuse me. It's also under 250 pages. So let's see. It is 21 pages. So this will count for Read Your Bookshelf also. All right, then for Fabregency, also going to try to get some books from an interlibrary loan type of situation. Like I said, don't know if it's going to work, but if it doesn't, then I think I'm more than willing to buy a couple of classics. The two that I am considering are the Vicar of Wakefield by Oliver Green somebody, and the Little Ottleys. The Little Ottleys is actually made up of 3 books, and the first book was published within the Regency era dates. And so I will be reading that first book if I can get my hands on it in time. And then if not, then I know that I can find a copy of the Vicar of Wakefield. So I will be doing that one if I can't find the Little Ottleys. And that is it, I think. Currently, I'm still reading Winesburg, Ohio with Hannah from Hannah's Books. And we are about done. I am on page 210 out of 247. So just a few more pages in this little book, and I'm really anxious to talk with you guys about it. It is nothing at all like I expected it to be, and it has been a roller coaster for me, really. So I am anxious to talk to you about it. And then I'm still doing Look Unto Me by Charles Spurgeon. This is a devotional, daily devotional, and I am loving it. I am loving it. It has been wonderful. And my Bible study group just started the book of Esther, and I think we are all just very, very excited to be reading this book together. So we haven't even read the first chapter of Esther. We just kind of did an overview and talked about the things that we'd been looking into and studying about it. And it was fascinating. It was so wonderful to be back together and talk about it again. Oh, I'm still reading To Ride Hell's Chasm. My group decided not to do this book together because we were figuring out, number one, the writing style is very different. And that's by Janny Wurts. So the writing style is very different and hard to follow, especially when you're trying to push through a couple chapters a day. And so we decided that it wasn't a good one to do as a group, at least not in a short period of time. And nobody else really wanted to commit to it. Sandy may have committed to it with me, but but it's one that I think I'm going to have to take at a very slow pace and really mull things over. And so I'm still reading that one, but everybody else dropped off. So I think that we decided the next one is going to be Yumi and the Nightmare Painter in March, but that's a ways out yet. So I'm still reading To Ride Hell's Chasm. I just picked one up, but I'm not going to remember the name of it, but I will pop it on the screen. And I haven't opened it even yet, but it is one that I have, and so I may end up trying to read that before the end of the month. So that is everything, and I hope that some of you will be joining us for We Love Jennifer. You can join Tiffany's Discord group, and there's a section in the Discord group that is just for the We Love Jennifer readathon, and tell us about what you're going to pick up to read, and you can talk to us about your memories of Jennifer. All of those kinds of things are in that channel on her Discord. So invite you to come do that. I'll leave her Discord linked down below as well. And I would love to know if you guys are participating in Feb Regency or in the We Love Jennifer readathon, and also if you have any comments about the books that I have here, I would love to know also. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me today. I will see you in another video very soon. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to.